Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today I am on the public test server to have a look at the Gauss Pistol. Gauss Pistol is a weapon that I've tried many times to like and it just never works out that way. And the main reason is the range. It is just really short, but that has been addressed somewhat on the PTS. It has got a bit of a range boost. So let's have a look at it and see how it performs. So here is the one I'll be using today. It is Stalkers with VATS Enhanced, Faster Reload. And we do have a prime receiver on it that actually does give it a range boost. And with a suppressed barrel, we're sitting at 174, which is a really big improvement over live. The same combination of effects on live would be a range of 102. So that's a big difference. And we do have the drum magazine on it, which holds 28, but this now uses two rounds per shot instead of the one round. So that is a bit of a difference. So we can shoot 14 shots before we have to reload. And I do have the glow sights on there. That's supposed to help with VATS accuracy as well as reducing the AP cost. And as far as the damage numbers go, this actually shows uncharged damage now. Gauss weapons are all that way. So the uncharged damage actually is 1/3 of what a fully charged shot would be like. So when this is fully charged, that damage number would be triple. So we are using Number Cruncher with an AP cost of 17. That'll increase our damage by 34%. We're using Downranger, an extra 20% range damage to far enemies. And we are using awareness, so combine that with the second star. That should actually give us really good VATS accuracy. And this is natively explosive, so I'm going to use Grenadier for extra radius on the splash damage. We also have Demolition Expert, which increases damage a bit. And because I have that Stalker's effect, I am trying for sneak damage, so we have Mr. Sandman and Covert Operative. And we have the Adrenaline perk, which will just ramp up the damage as we kill more enemies, up to 10. Should be getting critical hits every third shot with my luck, so that'll be critical savvy, better criticals there. And we have Grim Reaper Sprint, which was just changed. Now, any kill in VATS restores AP based on your luck. I don't remember. I saw a chart on it. I don't remember what the chart was. I think I'm somewhere in the teens, like 14% or something of my AP will be restored on kill. So as far as mutations go, we've got Speed Demon for extra reload speed, Herd Mentality, just extra specials. Herbivore, I do use the veggie food, so we'll get double the benefit there. Egghead really doesn't matter at all. Eagle Eyes, extra critical damage, a little bit of extra perception, which works with that awareness card. Bird Bones will be extra stealth and extra AP. Adrenal Reaction works just like Adrenaline, only it's 5% versus the 10% that you get with Adrenaline. As far as the foods go, Sweetwater Special Blend, that extra perception feeds into awareness, which helps with VATS accuracy, and we have Blight Soup for extra critical damage. So we can actually see the level of charge on the gun, but it's really small if we're playing in third person. So we're gonna do first person here. That'll just give us a better view of when things are fully charged here and there. And we've got we've got the code carrier up here. Might as well get the charge going. I'm not used to playing with charging weapons much, so it's always a bit of an adjustment. Let's see, there's a super mutant. That's actually pretty decent for a super mutant head, but let's go for a leg there, and we'll go for a headshot there. All right, so far so good. I do need to loot. I do not have a ton of ammo, and I forgot to craft some, so. One of the nice things, though, we can get contextual on the Ultra Sight. And I did a little test run on this, and I was able to I picked up about 100 rounds so far. Okay, so far so good. I like how this feels. I mean, when I'm hitting targets, that's always that was probably not a fully charged shot. One thing there we go. That was a critical. One of the things I've never liked about this gun is that sometimes you'll get headshots. You'll actually connect, not headshots, but just a shot on the enemy, and you'll actually connect. But, we walked behind a thing. You'll actually connect, you'll get damage numbers and all that, and, well, all right. Yeah, there's the reworked VATS where line of sight changes and you end up with hit chance going all over the place. But yeah, I mean, on live, what I've always found is sometimes you just get this situation where you hit the enemy, you get a pop-up number, and nothing happens. And I know that can happen with anything, but it just seems like this gun is really prone to that sort of thing. But one thing is nice, if you do area looting on this, or not area looting, but if you just do looting in general, you will sort of grow your ammo capacity. Let's see if we can do, this is really hard to aim. These are the glow sights. Let's see if that's a leg, maybe. Look at that, all right, nice. But because we're able to run, I mean, you can actually come out ahead on ammo, which I think is really important here because the Ultra Sight, not necessarily because of the damage, but because of the range, the Ultra Sight ammo just gives you such a boost to your range I should have showed that on the workbench, but the range on this without prime, if I just went with regular ammo, the range is only like 130 something. It's about 40 less range if you're running with standard ammo. So I think you definitely want to run prime here. The main reason is the range. I mean, the damage isn't any higher than it would be for a hardened receiver, but that is a significant boost to range. And since you can turn a profit with your ammo, I don't think there's any reason not to run it as prime, unless you just don't know the prime plan, which I think you can just buy up. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. I hit him, there's damage numbers, but no damage, but we took care of that right there. All right, let's see how we do with some uncharged, well, maybe not an uncharged shot at that distance, but you can see, I mean, you're not gonna get a 95% hit chance on live with that, and even if you are, you're gonna get quite a bit of damage drop off. And that's just another benefit of the longer range. Not only are you able to hit, but you're able to get just better damage in general because it doesn't drop off until much later. There we go. A little bit of using his buddy for cover there. Sounds like I may have a sentry bot down below, so that'll be kind of interesting to see how we do with... Yep, there's a sentry bot. Nice big hit chance there. We do have scatter shot, which helps with crippling, sort of. Let's cripple him. All right, we got him. That was good. That wasn't too difficult, and we're able to stay hidden. That is one of the down shots of using the Stalker's effect, is that if you do... You know, if your stealth is broken, then all of a sudden your primary star isn't doing anything for you in terms of damage. So I was going to do an uncharged shot, so of course what I do, I charge up the shot. So we'll try some uncharged shots here and see what the damage looks like. There's one thing you can do with uncharged shots. Oh, of course it's a... there we go, not too bad there. I mean, one thing you can do is you can actually spam, you know, because you can fire them much quicker. So you can actually take uncharged shots and use those to charge up, you know, build a critical. If you're not doing, I mean, if you're doing crits every other shot, probably don't need to do that. But if you're every third shot or every fourth shot, that can be a quick way to build up crits and then save those for when you have the full charge there. We'll do a full charge here. I mean, the damage is really nice. And so far, I'm really happy with the way this is performing in VATS. So probably the first time ever that I've used the Gauss Pistol and not been disappointed by how it performs. So that's so far so good. We'll do a little bit of spamming there, and you can fire it rather quickly. I mean, that is one of the nice things. If you need to, you can fire almost as fast as you can pull the trigger. All right, time to see how we do against some Snallies, and I'm in caution already for some reason, but look at that. That was a critical, by the way. So even without a critical, I mean, we're getting most of his health. I can finish him off without having to charge the weapon up. So yeah, so far, I really like this. The charging mechanics a little bit to get used to, but the range, I mean, the range is definitely, it's noticeable, the fact that we have so much more range. That just makes it more accurate in VATS. It makes the damage better because you're not having, you know, damage drop off almost immediately. I mean, before it was basically over, I mean, it wasn't that much more than what you would get from shotgun range. Of course, now shotguns are hitting from much farther away than they are on live. All right, time for some Mirelurk Kings and Queens, and just an easy target right there. Okay, there's a level 60 King. Fully charged shots, enough to finish him off in one go, so that's pretty good. Although I am on a kill streak. I could see from the, I know the logo covers that up for some people, but the kill streak's at 9 right now, so I guess going from the Snallygasters to here didn't take that much time. So we want to make sure we shoot something. Keep that kill streak going. That wasn't good. Let's go ahead and get the Mirelurk Queen out, even though everything else isn't done yet. But if we can keep that kill streak going. Is there anything? Did I kill everything over here? I didn't think. I guess I did. I guess everything over here is dead. So, all right. Darn it, I was hoping I could refresh the kill streak, but oh, I'm still not. I'm not in danger, which is good. Let's see how we do. Nuts. Problem is, if she falls forward, which she has a tendency to do, all right. Just keep charging shots up, and we're chipping away at her health. And pop back up, all right. Because sometimes she has a tendency to fall forward, and then you have no line of sight, and then you can't VATS anything that's weak, and it just takes... I mean, this is already taken long enough, but that's more about the slow fire rate than anything else. And with our newfound range, maybe we can actually do battle with a flying thing. Well, not flying at the moment. Is there anything? Well, there's something over there. And something over there. It's not that high of a hit chance. And sometimes, yeah, sometimes the shots are kind of weird. They just seem to kind of fizzle out. But, yeah, so far so good. I don't know where the... Oh, it's way over there. Let's see if we can wake it up. All right. Wow, that's actually pretty good damage for free aim at that distance on a Scorch Beast. That's actually not too bad. Will it matter? No, they're fully... We may have to go over there and engage the robots, too, just to do this fight. Sometimes that's what happens. We get the wrong kind of thing, and one enemy over another. All right, let's see if we can do a wing. Let's do a wing, see if we can do a cripple. There we go, there's a cripple. And, okay, there's my, snuck up on me. Oh, now I'm in danger. Okay, so now I'm in danger, so this is basically not legendary as far as that first star goes, so. The damage is still pretty decent. I don't mind, there's that. And you. All right, now we're back into caution, so that should help with our damage from, well, I don't know, maybe. I mean, it's good damage either way, but it doesn't seem like it's tremendously different than we were getting before. And one last shot for you. So overall, the way this is performing on the PTS, I think is a rather big improvement over live. I mean, that range just makes this thing a lot more usable than it would normally be. Now it's almost, it's kind of bordering on a long range weapon. And it just helps with VATS accuracy. It helps with damage drop off. It just makes it a lot more fun to use. Obviously, this is the public test server, so it is a work in progress. Things could change, but all of this should come to the live game in September. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit one of the buttons, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.